let's talk first about the Jay Billis stuff. And I know you follow him on Twitter. I am a big fan of his work. I think what he knows about college basketball is beyond almost human possible. He's a great judge of talent. He seems to know everybody in the game. And he has a real burr in his bonnet about how the NCAA treats their student athletes. I know you followed him. What were you thinking last night when he was throwing out all these things about how the NCAA is making money off the backs of these kids?
Yeah, and I mean, valid point for sure, and it's going to be, they're going to be opening up a Pandora's box. I just love the power of social media and let's say the power of Jay Billis's brand. And as you spoke, I mean, he is a testament to college hoops. He's definitely the top analyst, and you know what? He went to Duke. This isn't just some guy who doesn't know anything about business. I mean, he's got a great degree from a very good school, and he's making waves, and why not use the social media and the fact that he's going, you know what, check out the NCAA shop, type in, Johnny Manziel, look what comes up, and you've got jerseys of kids, and yes, we always can say that the scholarship can be upwards to $200,000, and hey, there's a definite benefit and asset to a kid getting a free education. I still think the cost of education in the U.S. is overinflated and a scam in itself, but people are willing to pay, upwards to $50,000 a year, that's a benefit for playing sports. But I just love the fact that at the end of it, he basically shut down the NCAA shop, and now, look at this Johnny Manziel situation. It hasn't been a great summer for him, but at the end of it, look at what he's done for Texas. Well, I mean, you can follow what NCAA sports is worth, billions of dollars, and what again, especially on the football side, when you've got 100,000 people coming to games, the $200,000 scholarship, I just think again probably isn't enough, and because all these guys that are making, let's say, the brand that is Johnny Football, Johnny Manziel, for him to, unfortunately, rules are rules, for him to make $7,500, $25 a piece on his own signature, it's a tough thing, I mean, it's but I love the Jay Billis, I love the power of social media, and look what he turned it into. And then we talked about again, this Charles Eddie O'Bannon, this civil suit, and that's coming out with, he's filed a class action suit down in L.A. He's a former UCLA basketball player. So eyes are now starting to be open, because back in the day, it wasn't making what it is now, the NCAA.
Well, I talked to O'Bannon about that, actually, and he's got a bunch of other athletes behind him in this now, too. It's quite interesting how the NCAA has tilted this all in their favor. They make money off of these kids. The O'Bannon issue it has to do specifically with EA Sports and how the NCAA licensed them to do a college basketball game using their athletes, their likenesses, and that's not right. It isn't right. It's not. It's not. Certainly, if you're a student athlete, you might be able to argue, while you're at the school, we own your rights. I'm 60-40 on that, maybe 50-50. But certainly when Ed O'Bannon leaves, when he leaves, so does their right to make any money off of his likeness. And that's what that issue is. I think you're going to see that case, as long as it's taken to get to court, unless I'm mistaken, that will change the way the NCAA does business. I think you will see a very big difference here, and rightly so. I mean, I don't know how you feel about the Johnny Manziel thing, Tony, but I think it's beyond ludicrous that they're going after this kid for $7,500 when that football program made $119 million last year. That is just ludicrous.
Yeah, well, and again, rules are rules, and I mean it's going to open up the Pandora's box, and we'll see, Texas A&M if they can come. I mean, if he's going to do it, and he took money for his signature, then I mean the rules are rules, so you can't. There's no gray area. So
there is. No, you're wrong. There is a gray area.
Yeah, well, there is a gray area. I agree. Yeah, but I mean, it's now got to be. I think it's got to be again whether let them do it, let them make money off their likeliness and their signatures, or again as you said, when you're in school, you're basically owned and you're paid the scholarship, which is arguably $200,000, and that's it. And then whatever happens afterwards is whatever happens.
No, but don't you think? I mean, we'll use Manziel as an example, and take the $7,500 out of it, which we can do pretty easily. If I take him tomorrow and I buy him lunch, he's liable to get suspended for it, like 3 or 4 games, because I bought him lunch. This is ludicrous. I mean, I understand the rules are rules thing. I get that, and I know he bought into that when he agreed to attend college. On the other hand, it's the height of hypocrisy that these guys will go after a kid like that over something like this, with the amount of money they're making off of his likeness, off of his back. It's slavery is what it is. And quite frankly, I'll agree with you that a rule is a rule, but the rule has to change. And that's just reality. How they've gotten away with this, how they've gotten people on their side through this is beyond me. You look at it and, here's the other part of this, Tony. We'll use basketball as an example. There are, 200 plus basketball programs in the United States at college?
Over 300, probably.
Over 300, okay. So, and let's just say, for argument's sake, that there's 20 kids per school under scholarship. So if we did that, the numbers there would be, 6,000 kids? Something like that? Maybe that doesn't sound right, but it's something like that. Maybe 60,000. My math isn't necessarily my strong point. Of those 60,000, 20 per year might play in the NBA?
Yeah, there's only 2 rounds in the draft, in the NBA. So
yeah, and a lot of those kids don't.
Your odds aren't good.
No, and they know that. All of these kids go into that thinking, I'll be the exception. That's what they're sold. It's a you come to our school because we'll make you a better player. And as soon as you sign on, if you're sitting on the end of the bench through 4 years, tough darts. You know what I mean? It's not the be all and end all that we let it out to be. I really think that. I'm 100% behind O'Bannon. As I said, I had a chance to talk to him. He's bang on with what he's asking for, and I think Manziel will bring out another part of this. I think we're starting to see the end of the NCAA, and I hope so, because to me, they're a bunch of hypocritical bastards who are making a whole lot of money off the backs of kids and policing them like it's like taking a submachine gun to shoot a mosquito.
And it's pretty bad when you're, a president of your university. You might make $750,000, and the coach of your football team makes $5 million.
Exactly, and of that $5 million, he's telling the kids what shoes they have to wear, what helmet they have to wear, all of that stuff, because he's getting money off of them. They're getting nothing. It's not right, and I really hope that maybe Johnny Manziel will be the tip of the iceberg as far as that goes, and we'll see a difference through that. The O'Bannon case, I think. What they'll do is they'll look upon that as a specific area, but if they're right about this, if someone comes along and says, "Look, I'll back Johnny Manziel in this court case," I don't think the NCAA has a leg to stand on, and I think they know it too.